Hi everyone, I'm Jess and I'm one of the school liaison officers at Tyne Met College, and I am joined today by Paige, who is one of our early years childcare and education students, and she is going to talk to us today a little bit more about her journey into that course, why she chose that course, and some top tips for year 11s who are thinking about their next steps. So, Paige, I'm going to hand over to you. So, could you tell us a little bit more about where you studied before Tyne Met, what GCSEs you did, and that sort of thing?
Yeah, well, before I joined Tyne Met, I went to John Spence High School, and for GCSEs, I did history, triple science, food tech. Oh, I'm trying to remember.
I feel like it's your
GCSE, yeah, GCSE, and I think I passed them all, so that's good also.
amazing.
Yeah, and joining Tyne Met at John Spence, they have like a connections program where you can arrange meetings with two ladies and you can tell them what you want to do and where you want to progress. And I was telling them how I would like to do an early years course or something to do with childcare. And originally, I was looking at either Newcastle College or obviously Tyne Met, and I was advised to go here because the course I wanted to do was best here. So that's
Amazing.
great.
Okay, brilliant. So obviously you mentioned there you had a meeting with a careers advisor who told you it would talk through your options with you. So
Yeah.
you said that you knew you wanted to go into early years and childcare. So why was
Yeah.
that? Why were you interested in that?
Just I've always been really engaged with kids. I always babysit my younger cousins. I have a younger brother. I just love it being with like kids and stuff and looking after them. So I was like, well, I definitely want to do something along them lines. And I wasn't sure what. I don't know whether I want to do health and social care or like obviously the early years education. And my course allows me to go into being an early years practitioner. So that's just like nursery nurse and stuff. But I want to progress on to uni so I can do like a teaching so I can teach all years. So
Oh, amazing. So that is that your ultimate career goal then? You want to be a teacher?
yeah.
Oh, okay, fab. So like you said there, you mentioned that that is now your goal. Has that always been your goal to go on and be a teacher? Did you know you would want to go to university?
Well, from a young age, I've always said, oh, well, I want to be a teacher, but obviously I was on and off. And then I went through a stage of wanting to be a nurse. I'm not sure where that came from. But, and then I used to dance a lot as a child. So, like, till about age 13 or 14, I was dancing from the age of 3. So I was like, oh, I want to be a dancer. But I've always went back to being a teacher. So,
Okay, so it's something you've always like it's always been in the back of your mind, but you've had
yeah,
other
always.
ideas along the
Yeah.
way. Joe, it always
Yeah.
makes me laugh. Whenever I talk to students, I always say there was a period where I wanted to be a PE teacher, and now I just find that hilarious. Like I just don't know who I was kidding. Like I don't know at what point I thought I
Yeah.
qualified to be a PE teacher. But it is funny, isn't it, how you do some like you'll end up really where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I might not have been a PE teacher, but I've ended up in education in some
Yeah.
capacity. So it's fine. Okay, brilliant. So obviously you're at Tyne Met, which is great. You're
Yeah.
studying the course here. How have you found actually studying your course? Are you enjoying it?
I'm really enjoying it, yeah. Like obviously with it being level 3, I came in and I think it was really challenging, but it's actually just really nice out, like really easygoing. And all the teachers and like all the staffs are lovely. They're like really supportive, they always give me help. So that's great also.
That's good to hear. And what sorts of things are you learning on your course? Like what topics have you covered so far? What have you got to come in the future?
Yeah, well in my course it's like units, and for each unit you do an assignment. So far I've done child health and well-being, and
Yeah.
I'm doing child development and play and learning and how that supports child development as well. So
Oh, amazing. And how have you found that? Has that been as interesting as you thought it would be? Did you know you'd be studying those things?
yeah, well, I didn't know what I expect really, but I came into it just open-minded, and I've really enjoyed everything. And there's a lot of workload, but it's fun to do, and it's
Yeah.
like easy to do if you know what I mean. So that's really good as well.
Yeah, I think that's like one thing that's so important, isn't it? That like you actually are interested in what you're
Yeah,
learning about, because then you do find it more enjoyable and you don't mind
yeah,
doing the work and like putting the work
yeah.
in. So definitely get where you're coming from there. So obviously you
Mhm.
came here from John Spence.
Yeah.
Obviously John Spence, we do have quite a few students that will
Mhm.
feed from John Spence into Time Met. Did you know many people before you started on your course, or?
Well, didn't know anyone on my course, but it's very easy to make friends because obviously when you come into a class that all wants to work with children, everyone's just really friendly and lovely. So it's
Yeah.
really easy to make friends and stuff. And people along my corridor is the health and social corridor. So everyone's just really lovely and easy to chat to and stuff. So that's great as well.
I feel like that is quite good, isn't it? Because your subject lends itself to people being chatty and friendly and
Yeah,
caring, obviously. So I feel like
yeah,
that is probably quite a good corridor to be on, actually.
that's
Uh,
great.
oh, that's amazing. So if we think then for students who maybe not just from John Spence, but year 11 students, I know that you'll be able to kind of recount your own story. You've told us a little bit about how you had those careers appointments with connections, but
Yeah.
it is really difficult. It feels like a really big decision that you have to make. So do you have any advice for year 11s who maybe don't know what they want to do or are unsure of their next steps?
Yeah, well, I just went on websites of like colleges and sixth forms near me, and I was just looking at courses I thought I'd be interested in. So maybe health and beauty. I was looking through that. I was like, that's maybe not for me. And then I was looking through all the different options, all the different websites, and then I landed in like obviously the early years section. So I was like researching my options and stuff. And my one advice is make sure you just look at everything that you may be interested in. Just read all the information and see what's best for you.
Yeah, definitely. Did you come on any open evenings when you were making that decision to have a look around?
Obviously with COVID it was like
Oh,
restricted as
yeah.
well.
Do you
Yeah.
know, I forget like the fact we've been in it for the last 2 years, and somehow in my head I'm just still forgetting that we were in that
Yeah.
time.
Well, when John Spence has like opening events at the thing where loads of different apprenticeships and colleges come and there's like the hall. So I was at a couple of them. So
Yeah.
I looked around, and also when I collected my results for GCSE results, I hadn't enrolled yet. So and there was someone from Tyne Met at like when I was sorting my
It was
results. So then
Danielle,
that
wasn't
gave
it?
me options as well. Yeah, it was
Oh,
Danielle.
so you could obviously have a bit of a chat with her, and she was
Yeah,
really knowledgeable about the college, so she could help you with that
yeah,
decision. Oh, that's amazing. So your advice then for year 11s really is to just explore all of the options available to you.
yeah,
Don't make a decision too quickly. Make sure you're really thinking things through.
yeah,
That's fab. So in terms of coming back to your career plans then and your career goals, you've mentioned that you want to be a teacher. Is there any
yeah.
particular subject that you want to teach? Do you want to teach within kind of early years and health, or?
Yeah, well, obviously primary school teaching, it's not like subject teachers, it's just all around. But I
Yeah.
think I'd prefer to work with the younger early years, maybe like 0 to 7 is what my course is now. So up to year 3 maybe I would like the
Oh,
teaching.
amazing. Oh, I feel like that would just be so lovely. I feel like that would just be the ideal, like happy environment to be in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. What does a normal day look like for you, or a normal week look like for you as an early years student?
Yeah, well, obviously with my course that offer placement options. So on a Monday and a Friday, I go to a nursery where I'm placed at, and during the week is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm in college, and that usually starts around like 9 in the morning until about 3 in the afternoon. So it's just like an average day, and you get plenty lunch and break time, so that's great as well. And each lesson's like an hour and a half, and it's really easy going and just chill. So that's great as well. So
Amazing. And how are you finding your placement?
oh, I love it because it's nursery, they're only tiny, and I'm 3 or 4, and it's so cute.
Oh, amazing. So has that been then obviously a really enjoyable part of the course for you, has been, and it's
Yeah,
that's so
100%.
different to school that you've got that
Yeah.
experience.
probably the favourite thing about the course, the placement.
Oh,
Great.
that's amazing. Oh, fab. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Paige. That's been really, really
Thank you.
useful. If any students do have any questions following on from that, we do have open evenings that are on the first Tuesday of every month. And you can also find contact details for the school liaison team below this video. But thanks so much. Thank you, Paige.
Thank you.